Have you ever been heartbroken before?
Fuck yeah.
Once,
and you know what?
Many times?
No, twice. I broke my own heart twice. And I'll tell you why. It's over this exact subject. So in college, I'll use college. I did the same thing in high school. College, I'm dating Miss Louisiana, right? She's getting ready for Miss America. I'm 22. In my head spinning, man, I got the volleyball team looking at me. You know, all the cheerleaders, girls are slipping my number in class. And I didn't want to be a piece of shit. And I thought I was broken. So I super tried to grab religion. And I'm like praying. I'm like, God, please don't let me do this. Because I was going to, instead of cheating, I was going to just break up with her. But I'm praying to God. I'm like, God, please do not let me make this mistake. Please, please, please. It didn't work. I broke up with her. I graduated from college. It's 2009.
So you broke up with her?
I broke up with her while she's getting ready for Miss America. She's crying on the floor. She was like throwing up and shit on the floor, like in front of me. Don't do this. Don't do this. And she went on a cruise for being Miss Louisiana, which I was invited to and did not go. And thank God she met a 6'4" South American basketball player, one of the most handsome men I've ever seen in my life. And it was just enough to peel her away from me when I was trying to get her back. And I'm 22. I don't know anything about this. There's no Rollo Tomasi. There's no Tate. There's no Jwaller. There's no Mike Thurston. I had no information. And I was completely heartbroken. And I graduate college and I'm digging ditches because there's no jobs in 2009. 3 billboards of this woman with the Miss Louisiana crown on the way to work. And I'm driving in my beat up pickup truck and I'm just like, fuck my life. I've never been so low. It was horrible because I thought I was going to get a college degree and have a job, have a good job. Didn't. The girl I loved, I broke up with her because I wanted to be a good guy because I thought that was what I was supposed to. And I had turned to religion and failed. All in the same, let's say 6 months. Oh, it was absolutely horrible, bro. And
but how did you use that? Did you do something productive with that pain, or you just literally lost and didn't know what to do?
Well, you take it on the chin, right? But you always keep fighting. Yeah. Maybe I was out on my feet a bit, but I stayed training. I stayed working out. I had to get rid of some football weight. I played at 245, so I had to get, I lost 30 pounds. Got down to 215. I had been working on that anyway, and that job ended. Got laid off. Went to Louisiana. Started waiting tables at Texas de Brazil, which sucked because her
Texas de Brazil, the
Strasseria in Baton Rouge, in Perkins Row. So anybody from Baton Rouge would know that. I'm all the way in Dubai talking about Perkins Row in Baton Rouge, but so I waited tables at Texas de Brazil, and in the daytime I'd go, apply for jobs and stuff like that. I started my company soon after. Told the story a million times, but funny enough, about 5 years go by. She married this guy, she calls. And then 6 months would go by, she'd call again. Then 3 months, and then it started getting slow. Gap started getting quiet, smaller and smaller. And
were you replying?
I did reply.
Just like
the first time it happened, it was a text and my stomach dropped. Because she was the one that got away from me, right? Because not because it's not like I didn't move on, but it was this climactic part of my life. She was on the big stage. I went to Vegas, watched her at Miss America. I thought I got her back. Didn't. It was like this big ordeal, right? But when she called back, I remember my stomach drop. I know where I was. It was important to me at this time. I was probably 25, 26, something like that. And spoke, whatever. But I knew she was married. And then she ended up actually lying to me and said that she got separated and moved back down with her family. And I started seeing her regularly. And, obviously we were sleeping together again. Found out she was still married. And they were separated, but they were, you got to watch that, man. I've actually had that happen to me twice. And now I ask for full on, hey, you have to send me paperwork. Because I actually just recently had that happen to me about 2 years ago. And
so before you get into anything on more than one occasion with someone, you're like, sorry, show me something.
If I know they were married, yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been lied to.
Yeah.
And there's no telling the dude that, you know, hey bro, sorry, but she lied to me. Bullshit. All right, whatever, G. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know where I am.
Mhm.
You know. But yeah, so that happened. And, you know, I just wasn't in love with her. She was a different girl. And what it was is, and this happens, right? Girl hits her peak at 22. You're 27, 28. You're about to hit your peak. The dynamic had changed.
Mhm.
And there wasn't much I could do about that. Me and Tristan did a video called Gentleman Game. It's probably one of my highest viewed videos. I think it's got right at 1 million views right now. And we talk about like,
Is that where you stood on the balcony and you're just talking to each other?
Yeah, it's in Dubai.
Yeah.
It's actually in Dubai. It has the mosque in the background.
Yeah.
So we talked about the George Strait video, Still Make Cheyenne, the song. And it's so true because what I really did was just a slow grind over 6-7 years, you know, to put myself in a position where in this case, it would have been 4 to 5 years before I heard from her the first time. But by the time she really, really wanted me, another year or so had gone by, probably 28-ish. My business was clicking. We're doing over 7 figures. We're doing good. You know, I still had the ups and downs in the business, but it was to a place where I was doing quite well for myself at a young age. And I just didn't want her the same way. And she didn't take that very well. And even to this day, she doesn't take it very well. She'll call me now. Quit saying my name. You know, and I translate and I'll just say like, I love you. I miss you. I hope you're well. You know, fuck you. You don't love me. I'm like, well, I do love her. I'm just not.
Well, you're in a position now where I would imagine the options are unlimited.
Yeah, I would imagine I know about what your inbox looks like, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of us in the space kind of understand each other in a way that maybe some other people can't. You know, but yeah, I have unlimited options, just like you do. You know, like if you were to tell me that you didn't have options, I would call you a liar to your face. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Have you ever found that to be a distraction for you whilst you're on your mission, you're on your purpose?
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to get shit done.
Yeah, I just said on Pearl the other day, if you know how like we have like that sexual urge in us, bro, I'd stroke a check for $1 million right now to cut that off.
Yeah.
$1 million, bro. I'd have a 10x net worth, at least. And
I was speaking to Chris Williamson about this. I really wanted to know why it is that we desire the things that we desire, and if there's any way to change that. And I've noticed with myself, particularly over the past 5 years, some of my desires have changed. Like in my late 20s, I just wanted to explore, I wanted to travel, I wanted to party, I wanted to have fun. It's changed now. Like I'm more about business, I'm more about work, growth, self-development, and so on. But there's the women aspect and the desires it doesn't really seem to be going away.
It won't, bro. And that's the thing. I'm gonna tell you, there was a time where I really thought I was broken. Like I had this self-hate. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I break up with a girl at 18 months, almost like clockwork, because I try to be a good boy and do all that. And then I started to realize, you know what? This is just male nature. We talk about female nature all the time. The part that I have a problem with, and the part that I try to do my best to be calm and explain, especially young women on some of these shows, is that, listen, no, I don't think it's fair, but I don't think female nature is fair either. But male nature is naturally this way. I don't think I'm broken. Like I came to realize that I wasn't. Like there wasn't anything wrong with me. It was just naturally how I was going to be and how every man is. Some men can act on it, some men can't. But why not tell the truth and then not discard the fact that you can love somebody? You can have true feelings for someone. You can show them true care. You can also just tell the fucking truth. And I've found that ever since I made that change in my life, I won't say that I'm shocked, but I think the outside world will be shocked at if you tell 10 women that 9 of them stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you do it with care. Hey, listen, this is how it's going to be. I know it sucks. Honestly, I'd cut it off if I could. I've tried and it's not going to. This is how men are. Here's some channels you can watch to prove